Okay, today I'll be walking you through how you can build a WordPress website on a local server using XAMPP. What I will be doing is that I will be building a website from the beginning to the end on a local server, and I will be using WordPress to build a site. So you want to stick around with me as I walk you through the process from the beginning to the end. All right, from the beginning to the very end. Okay, what we'll be achieving today, the site that I will be building, how it will look like will be like this. Okay, this is a WordPress website, and it's called TownPress. So I will be building something like this for you to see. I will build this live for you to see. So you just need to follow me, and then at the same time take all the instructions that I will be giving seriously, and you want to also go ahead and practice what I will be telling you to do. So whatever you see me do, just replicate the same. All the materials that will be needed to build this site, all the medias that are needed, I will drop them. I will drop a link in the description of this video, and you can download it and use it to practice so that you can build exactly something like this. All right, this website that I want to build and I want to show you how to build actually have the home page, and there is the site that is called the people. All right, that's a web page that is for the people, where the list of people that are part of this organization or this company or this ministry actually are showcased, and you can see the list of the people. You can click on any of them, the ones that are appointed, the ones that are elected, the ones that work for fire service, those that are in public service. All of that can be sorted through this. Let me give you an example. Okay, if I click on myself on this now, it will load up a page showing all of these. That is the email address, the phone number, the website, and also maybe a little about myself and all of that. Then apart from that, if I go back and you see the list like this, I can sort according to appointment. Okay, it was only him that is appointed. What about elected officials? Okay, you can see the elected officials, fire services, okay, and then the public service. All right, so it can sort based on that also. Okay, then also this website also have a part that is called event. Okay, the event shows upcoming event that will be coming up, and as we have the upcoming event like this with the description, the location, the time, and what the event is all about, you can as well click on any of them and then see more about the event, a description, and all that you have there. Then at the same time, if you look at the event calendar, you will discover that there's an event for second, which is by today, is passed already. And not second, ninth is passed already. Today is 10th, and then you can see that there's an event for 15, which is being shown. The event for 9th is no longer on display because it's passed. Okay, it's passed. Okay, so then the one for 28, you can see it there. And then when we move to the same thing for 28, we have two events on the 28th. So if you will see, you can see two events on 28, and you have that. There's also another site, a web page that is called gallery. Okay, in the galleries you have the a thumbnail for each of the categories of collage that you have. So you can click on any of them. Like this one now, there are 10 images and it's about sport. So the folder is sport. The one here is 9 images. All right, it was taken March 6th, and then also the one that is a community, which is Downtown Rock Festival, was taken long time ago, 2018, and there are 18 images. The same goes to, so you have something like this. Like if I click on the friendly soccer match, you will see a collage of the pictures that are there, and then you can have all of these things. You can have all of these things loaded up there. Okay, and we can go back to galleries and then still view all of this. Then you have the side of the content also, which you can pinpoint or put a pin on a specific location using the longitude and the latitude. I'll be showing you how to do that. Then also the addresses can actually come up like this, and then you can have a contact form. Okay, you can have a contact form that is working. All right, I will show you how to make this work too. Then mostly then you can have the side of the blog, which is the news. All right, as they are uploaded, they come up here, and you can click on any of the news to read further. Okay, read more, then you read about the news or whatever. You can go to the previous, and if there is another one, there are only 2 news. If there is another one, you have next here, as you are having previous there. This is the one before this, and then the next, and like that. So without so much ado, I would like to get into the business, showing you how to build this site, and also I'll be showing you how to include these weather information also, that it will work. Like this one now, you may not see the weather condition because I didn't link it up with the API. So you need API to link it up, and then it will display the actual temperature you have within the location of that longitude and latitude that you put in. All right, so pretty much this is what we'll be doing. All right, so to get this done, we'll be following a specific outline, and the outline will be that I will be introducing what it means to have a local development, okay, and the benefit of developing a WordPress on a local server. Then I will also be showing you how to install and start up XAMPP. XAMPP will be our local host server that we'll be using. All right, so I will be guiding you through how to download and install it based on the operating system you are using, whether you are using Mac, Windows or Linux. Any of those you can install it, and then we're going to start the Apache and MySQL, all right, so that we can work with database. All right, so, and on our outline also, we'll actually be setting up the database so that we can actually use it for the WordPress. So we'll be going to phpMyAdmin and creating a new database that will work for us. All right, so we'll be doing that. Then apart from that, we'll also be downloading, installing and configuring our WordPress, such that we'll download the latest version, install it, then also place the WordPress file in the appropriate XAMPP directory, that is in the XAMPP itself, and that folder will be to go. So when we get there, you will see how it is done. Then we'll connect both the WordPress to the database that we previously created, and then we'll run through all the title, username, password, and what you have. All right, so also after we have done that, I will take you through the dashboard of WordPress, okay, showing you the features and helping you to understand some of the things that some of the controls you have, okay, including the themes, the plugins, and how to set certain things. So we'll take a tour around WordPress dashboard. Then after we have done that, I will now develop this site that you are seeing, the WordPress. I will develop it from the beginning to the end, all right, in this same video. So you want to stay, it won't take so much time. It's something very simple. And let me tell you this, you don't have to have a background in coding. You don't have to be a computer scientist or a computer science student you don't have to know much. You don't have to have a previous experience in coding before you can do this, all right. It doesn't require a coding skill. If there is need for you to actually do coding, it may be for specific things, but for this site as it is, you don't need to code anything. You don't need to code anything, all right. So just relax, and then we'll get through this together, all right. Then after we have built that site, I will be telling you the best practice that I use for local development, how work is being saved, and how you can actually move this work that you have done, how you can go live on a live server, okay. Then I will just come around and then bring all these things together, just draw the net, and that will be all that we'll be doing, okay. So let's get started. Let's just have a little knowledge about what a local server really is. So when we talk about a local host server, we're talking about a simulation environment, all right, a simulation environment of a real server environment, so that we can use it to test and build websites before deploying them online, all right. And that's the reason why I say a local host server is a local development environment that allows you to run a website on your own computer instead of a live web server, okay. So it's like a simulator. You build a prototype of a live website on your own system, and then you run it, all right, to see the behavior, to see how user-friendly and all the controls, understanding, okay, looking at every aspect, so that by the time you are uploading it, you know what is going live, you know what the users will experience by using your website, you know everything. So local host server allows you to do that. Is that okay? So what are the benefits of using the local host server for WordPress development? Number one is that is an offline development, so you don't need the internet to get it done. It's an offline, okay. It has a faster performance, very fast, okay. It doesn't have to run on a specific server. No, it runs locally. So, and it's also a safe testing environment, okay. So it's not that there will be a customized or something that have to be on a live server, okay. Your experiment or the experiment of that plugin or themes and all the custom codes are within your system. It's not on a live website, okay. It's not affecting any live website. Is that okay? So, and then for this, there is no hosting required. You don't have to go and buy a web hosting and then be uploading your files to before you can see the behavior, or before you can see the actions in which you have put in place, okay. Debugging and troubleshooting is also very easy. You can do that easily. Then custom configuration, you can configure to your taste, however you want it to be done. You configure based on your own specification based on your own standard. That's what you want to do. And then also we have version control integration. Yes, this means that it works with Git. You can put it up on any control tool, any version control tools, whatsoever program that you're doing, you can put it on there. All right. So, and if we are using a localhost server, how many localhost server do we have, and which one is the best? Which one is the best? Okay, so we have so many localhost server, and the 7 that I've seen to be the best open source are the one you are seeing on the screen. All right, we have the XAMPP, we have the LAMP, the MAMP, the WAMP, okay, the AMPSS, the Easy PHP, and the LEARN. All right, so any of these 7 is actually great. Any of them is actually good, and some of them are based on the operating system that you are using actually. Like the LAMP is for Linux, the MAMP is for Mac, the WAMP is for Windows, and the XAMPP, the number 1 there, is a cross-platform. It's a cross-platform. What it means is that you have this XAMPP, it can work on, there's a version for Linux, there's a version for Mac, and there's a version for Windows, and it is all called XAMPP. Okay, and that's the one that we'll actually be using today. All right, we'll be using that XAMPP. So what XAMPP means is cross-platform Apache server, MariaDB, PHP, Perl. All right, that's what it means. Okay, that's what the acronym XAMPP stands for. All right, and for you to be able to use XAMPP, you just need to go online. It is an open source. It is an open source. You just need to go online. Where do you go to online? You go to ApacheFriends.org. ApacheFriends.org, and this will be the interface that you're going to be seeing there. All right. Once you see this interface, based on your operating system, you can click any of this. And once you click any of this, it will ask you the location in which you want to save it will ask for the location in which you want to save the XAMPP, and then once you choose the location, just click save, and then you'll be good to go. All right. The speed of the download will be determined by the speed of your internet, and after you finish downloading, all you need to do is to install. All right, and once you finish installing, then you're good to run XAMPP and then create database. All right, and let's get this done. Let's start this. Let's download XAMPP, install it, and do what we need to do with this. Then when we are done with all of this and we have created the website, we have created the database, then we'll now talk a little about WordPress, and then now take you to the environment and show you what you need to know. I hope this is getting interesting already. So the first thing that we want to do is actually to download XAMPP. All right, so you can just go to Google, type XAMPP download for Windows, and if yours is for Linux or you are using Mac OS, is an open source, is free, so you can just go ahead and download it. All right, so I will be picking the second one, that's XAMPP installer and download for Apache Friends. All right, so once I click, it will load up, and then the speed of it loading up depends on the size of the site and also your internet connectivity, the specification. So when you have it load up like this, you look for the operating system you have. I'm using Windows, so I can just click on Windows. Okay, it will bring another tab like this, and it is expected that the download should start automatically, but if it doesn't, you can click on this link, that is click here, but it should automatically download. Okay, so it's already asking where I want the XAMPP to be stored on my system. So I want it on the desktop, and once I pick the location, I can click save. But I already have it downloaded on my system on the desktop, so I don't need to click save. But in your own case, if you are downloading for the first time, then you can click save, because that's what I did when I was downloading it earlier. So I'm just going to click cancel and then close this tab, and of course I want to minimize this and go to my desktop. This is where I have it on my desktop, so I just want to launch this quickly and then install. All right, okay, so the installation will kickstart, and it will only the installation will depend on how fast your computer is. Okay, so it's loading up. All right, you want to read that and then just want to say okay. All right, the default settings are okay for you, so you can just go ahead and click next. All the things that you needed have been checked already, so you want to leave the boxes that are ticked already for you, then just click next. I want it in my local, that's C, and I just want to click next. If you want it in another location, you can easily click on this folder and then select the location you want, but I want it in my C, so I'm just going to click next. Okay, the language, yes, English. Then the setup is ready to begin installation on my device, so I can just go ahead and install it. All right, just as I've said earlier, that the speed of the installation will depend solely on how fast your device is. All right, how fast. So I'm just going to pause my video and wait till this installation is completed. I'll be back shortly. All right, my installation is completed, and this is the last screen of the installation. So it's asking whether I want to start my control panel. So for the XAMPP, I would like to start the control panel, so I'll just click finish, and I will want the control panel to load up. So waiting for the interface to load up. Okay, so this is the interface. Now, to use a local host server, to use XAMPP, there are two things that are very important that you need to have. You need to have the Apache, and then you need to have MySQL. So those are the two modules that will be turning on in this XAMPP control panel. All right, now we are finished installing XAMPP, and this is the interface that XAMPP will bring our way when we finish installing. So what you need to do is to start the Apache. All right, and also you need to start MySQL. So once you are done starting it up, both Apache and MySQL must turn green. If it's yellow or red, that means there's a problem, and then you need to figure that out. If you need a further on how to work with this Apache and MySQL, if they are actually not turning on, then you have to check another video that I have made, and then you'll be able to find solution to the reason why your Apache is either turning red or yellow or whatever you have. Then you'll be able to enter into the config and then resolve whatever the challenge may be. So whenever you want to work with database, make sure that your XAMPP, that's your local server, the Apache and MySQL are both turned on. They must be running. So once they are running, you can just minimize this window and then go to your browser, and on your browser you want to type localhost, like this, then you press enter. All right, so once you type localhost, this will be the interface that you need to receive. If you don't get this interface, if your browser is not displaying this, then there is something wrong with what you have done. But if you have this, congratulations, and what you need to do next is to go to phpMyAdmin. All right, phpMyAdmin. All right, so you move from this welcome page of XAMPP on your browser to phpMyAdmin, and once you click, a page like this should load up. A page like this should load up. This is my phpMyAdmin interface, and this is the working environment where you'll be setting up database, assigning privileges. You can import database, you can export, you can do so much. You can even create user and then enter SQL query and many other things that you can do there. All right, so but what we want to do is to create database that we'll be using for the WordPress. Why do we need to create the database? One thing is because we don't want anyone to just enter into the back end of the website. So we need to create user, all right, and we need to log it. So that user needs to be somewhere, and where it will be stored for us to log in to access it. We need the database. That place that it will be stored is called database. Okay, it will be a database, and this is done for access control. All right, this is done for access control, and many of the data that will be exchanged between the server, the user, and the website, everything will be stored inside the database. In fact, all the text, the videos, the media in general, everything goes into the database. They are stored in the database. All right, so let's create a database. You can create database in two ways. You can either click new here to create the database, or you go to database like this, and then it will display this interface, and then you can as well go ahead and create the database. So I want to create a database, and I want to call it town like this. Okay, the default setting is okay, and I will just click create. So by doing this, very simple, you have created a database. But beyond just typing town and then click create, we also need to go ahead and assign privilege to it. All right, so I'm going to select this database, and then I will click on privileges. There's the privilege tab. Then presently there are 3 usernames, all right, for the databases. 3 usernames. So which username do I want this town to use? You'll be wondering that it's not just root that I'm saying. So are there 3? Okay, so the same name for the username, but if you look at the host name, they differ. All right, they differ. So it's not the same. It's not the same. So you don't have the same privilege for all of these. All right, and this database, if a database is using these and someone enter maybe this host name, it won't work. It won't work. So that's the reason why we need to use a specific one. And then, so for this town database, I want to use the root. Take note of this. The username is root. The host name will be localhost, because we'll be needing that in setting up our WordPress later on. All right. Then the privilege, is all privilege, and then is granted already. So if I click on edit privileges for this, you will discover that all are checked. All are checked. All right. If all are not checked, you just want to check all like this, and then you click go. All right. So by this, you say, okay, he has updated root privileges for root, but not, he hasn't assigned it to this town database. So what do we need to do? Next, we'll go to databases here. All right. When you click on databases, and then you go down here to add privileges to the following database. If you click town like this, and then you click go, you will discover that nothing is checked. Okay, so database specific privilege, nothing is checked. But you don't want to start looking for, okay, am I going to be using create, am I going to be using select in this database? Why not just check all, and then click go. Okay, so with this now, you've assigned root this privilege to the database town. All right, you've assigned that, and with this, we are good to go ahead and bring WordPress and load it up in this place. All right, so on to the next module, which is WordPress. Join me there. All right, so WordPress is actually one of the, in fact, is a popular content management system that is used for web development. Right, you can use it to build a blog, to build website, and what it does is that it allows you to create, to manage, and to customize website without extensive coding. In fact, with no coding, it doesn't require you to code. It doesn't require you to code. It is the only time that you may need to, if you really need to, is when you feel that, okay, the way something is done, that you want it another way other than the way the content management system has put together or has pre-installed for you. Okay, you just want to change something, and then you can just tweak it to your own taste. Not that the function isn't available, but you just want to tweak it to your own taste, and that's when coding is required. So that WordPress, the WordPress that we're talking about is actually a fantastic development area to build a website. Okay, so, and it is open source, it's available for everyone. What are the key features? The key features of WordPress is the fact that it's users friendly. All right, it is easy to use for the beginner. It's easy to use. So if you're a beginner, this is something that you want to use. All right, it will not get you discouraged, because is a kind of environment that is easy to use. All right, it has themes and plugins. Yes, themes and plugins for you to actually work with. There are thousands, if not millions, of free themes and plugins that you can use to extend functionality of your website. All right, you can use them. There are thousands of them. And then there are free, and also there are some that are premium that you have to pay to get. But whichever one you want, based on your own taste, you can get enough themes and plugins. Templates, simply put, a template that you can use. Also, it's very good with search engine optimization. Okay, it's friendly. It has friendly features to help you rank on the social engines, on search engines, right? So you can always have that. And it has e-commerce support, so you can integrate it with WooCommerce for online store and many others out there. Security and update. Yes, there's always a regular update and security enhancement that you will see, and is actually available. So you you are secured. You are secured with that, because every time there's always a regular update that is coming your way, okay, at regular interval. At present, we should be in WordPress 8 point something, or is it 6 thereabout. So you can be assured that you are in a safe environment. Also, it's scalable. It's scalable. It suits both for small businesses and large businesses. Small blog can use it, and large enterprise can actually make use of WordPress. All right, so it's a great deal. It's something that you want to use. So how do I get WordPress? That's the question. $1 million question is, how do I get WordPress? So you need to go to a website called wordpress.org/download. That's where you get WordPress, and this is how the interface looks like. Okay, so the latest version of WordPress is at 2025, March 2025, is 6.7.2. Right, I told you that there are regular updates that are actually given. Okay, all right, so the version now is 6.7.2, and even before the year, before the last quarter of the year, we may also have gotten to maybe 6.9 or 7.0 something. So it's something that gets regular updates for security and for enhancement. All right, so when you get to this website, this is what you find, and then you can easily click on download WordPress, and once you click, it will ask you the location where you want to keep this, and then you can go ahead, pick the location and click save, and then it will get downloaded there. I already have the page loaded on my browser. So I can easily click download WordPress 6.7.2, which is the latest. I can download it. Just click, and then you get it downloaded on your device. Like, thanks for downloading. It asks where I want to store it on my device, and I can say I want it on my desktop, and I will click save, and it will download there. Okay, I already have it. You can see it here, so I don't need to download it again, but you can just go ahead and click save, and then I will just click cancel. Okay, then I will close this and then install WordPress. All right, so the first thing you want to do is to go ahead and open the location where you downloaded the WordPress, and then from there you want to extract, because it will come in a safe folder like this, so you want to extract it to have an open folder such as this. All right, okay, let me extract that, and then I want to extract, then I'll say extract, is extracted. So I believe, okay, so I now have it here now. So if I open this, I'll discover that I have all of this. So I'm just going to go back a step. Okay, so the folder that is housing all of this is the folder that I really need to move. All right, so the folder is called WordPress, and I will have to go into my C. When I installed XAMPP the other time, it created a folder in my C that is called XAMPP. Inside this folder, I have another folder that is called htdoc. This htdoc is the folder that I will have to bring in this folder, this WordPress folder into. So I'm going to open the AT-doc folder. All right, then I will bring in this folder into it. But before I do that, can I just change the name to something? Okay, let me just leave it as WordPress. I already have WordPress there, so the one that I will be doing will be WordPress. So I'll just move the folder in here, just click and drag. Alright, so I have a folder called WordPress. Okay, so after doing this, what I want to do next is that I want to bring up my browser like this. Now, on my browser, let me open another tab, and I will just type localhost. Now, the name of that folder there is WordPress. So I will just type WordPress. Alright. If I've changed the name of that folder by the time I was moving it, maybe I've called it maybe screw, I've called it something else, it will be the name of that folder. Don't forget that the name of the folder in AT-doc is WordPress, and that's the exact thing that I typed here. All right, so I will just press enter and let's see what happens. So now you discovered that it brought this page. It means that it's looking into that folder called WordPress, and then went ahead also into another folder inside it that is called WordPress Admin. Let me quickly show you that from the folder. All right, inside this we have a folder, and then we have this folder. Inside this folder we have setup config. So in the folder, if I scroll down, setup, can you see? So this is the file that we are working with. Inside this file is what we will use to set up our WordPress website. So now the language that I want to use to set up, that's the first thing that I will be asked. All right, and it's English, so I don't need to stress myself. I'll just click continue. All right, now look at this. This is where okay, earlier I was emphasizing that there are some information that we will need to set up our WordPress, especially when we are creating the database. So without the database, we will not be able to set up WordPress. Now look at it, say welcome to WordPress. Before getting started, you will need to know the following items. The database name. What was the database name that we used the other time? It was town. The database username is root, R-O-O-T. The database password, we didn't input any password, so we won't need that. The database host is localhost. That's the host name, is localhost. And then the table prefix, if we want to, we can choose. The table prefix will be something like this. You see, can you see this WP is the prefix for the table used in the WordPress. Now, since we have done that, since we know all of this, we can click let's go. So it's now asking for the database name. I will just put town. Okay, the username, I will put root. Then the password, no password. Then the localhost, okay, that has already been written. Then the table prefix, I can change this table prefix to any other thing. But I'm not expecting anyone to hack this. But for those that may actually want to hack and do some other things to my site, I can decide to change the table prefix, because with this they know that okay, the default table prefix that any WordPress site is having is WP, and for anyone to sign it. But sometimes you that you have put it also, you can decide to change the table previous to something else, all right, to any other alphabet, and then combination like that can actually work. Okay, then having entered all of this, you just need to click submit. Just click submit, and at this time it will ask you, okay, everything is ready, the communication is good. If you are ready, you can run the installation. So I'm ready. I just want to run the installation, so I'll just click run this installation, and once it starts running, it brings this interface so that I can supply, so that I can supply other information about the website that I want to work with. So the name of this website is StampPress. Let me just put StampPress. Okay, I want to use admin, since it's just, I just want to use admin as the username, and the password. Okay, this may be difficult to remember, but I just want to use something simple. Okay, simple at 101. Okay, it says weak. Let me put exclamation. Okay, it says medium. If it's weak and I want to use it that way, I will just click this, that I consent with the use of a weak password. So it's not a problem of WordPress if anything happens, but just want it medium. Alright, then another thing is the fact that you want to enter email address. Yes, the reason why you are doing that is because you may forget your password, and you may want to retrieve it, so you want to enter the password. Another reason why you want to enter the password, the email address, is the fact that if there is error therefore in your WordPress, okay, there is always an automatic email that is sent to you, and from that email you can trace where the error came from, and you can easily rectify it. So it helps you also in debugging in the case of error or there's any change. Sometimes because there are changes that are made or updates, sometimes some developers just do auto update, and since there are change in maybe the structure of maybe a specific plugin, and there's an update and they load it up like that, it may alter some of the, or modify some aspect of their site, or cause an error to occur somewhere, maybe because it's not syncing with PHP or with the database or something. You want to enter the email address so that you can receive a notification of that error, and then you can quickly go ahead and rectify it. Okay, without that being said, you also want to leave this on check as your site is live. Okay, you don't want to discourage search engine from indexing your site. All right, then once you are done with all of this, you just want to say install WordPress, and then this is actually what performs the magic. You are done installing WordPress. You are done installing it. All right, so let's see how the interface looks like. Let's just log into our WordPress site. I remember that I use admin as the username and the password as simple. Is it at 101 exclamation mark? I think I did that. Or was that wrong? Okay, so I'm correct. The password and the username went through. So this is the interface of the WordPress. So welcome to WordPress. This will be your back end where you'll be doing so many things, and then you'll be configuring. Okay, and when you configure from here, you can view what you have done on live. All right, so I told you that we'll be building a site like this. Okay, don't forget, this one is the one that I did earlier, that is ContactPress, but this particular one will be called WordPress. All right, we are building a WordPress website. So to view this in live, you can just come to this where you have the CAMPress at the top here, because I said the name of the site is CAMPress. So I can just click on it and then open in another tab. So how this looks like if it's live now is what you're going to be seeing here. So this is what you'll be seeing. This is what is there, and you can see that it's bare. All right, it's just empty. It's just there, nothing. All right, so let's familiarize ourselves with this interface. All right, so what we are seeing, the home of the dashboard, is where we are currently. It will display the same thing no matter how many times I click. This is the home, and the home shows you the overall information, like an overview of all the information that you need, all right, about the whole site, and so many other things. You can see the healthy status of the site, activities. You can see the post, the number of pages. We have one page, we have one post, one comment. All right, this is the comment, and then the quick draft and many other things. All right, so the post will be the blog site. All right, the blog site of your. So if I click now of your website, that's the only one post that we have, that we are seeing on the dashboard earlier. Only this post. Okay, that's the only one that we have. Is that okay taken? So all right, so and then you can add new posts. Is that you add it through this list, or you add it from here? All right, but when it's time for us to add posts, then we'll get it done. All right, the media is like a folder where all pictures, audio, and videos are kept, both images, audio, and videos. This is where they are kept. So you can upload. So all the videos, all the audios, all the pictures that you've seen on the site, they are in the media. Okay, there's a library for that. So all these images that you're seeing, any animation whatsoever, is there in the media. Okay, so we also have pages. Okay, here presently we have two pages: the privacy policy, and also the sample page. Those are the two pages we have here presently, and then we can add new page. Either we'll come to this button and click, or we'll come to this this link and click, then you can have a new page. All right, what pages does is to give you web pages like the home page, like this. People also is a page, event is a page, and gallery is a page. Under people also, each of these, like this link now, once I click like this is another page. All right, so we can have multiple pages, and the way we can get that done is by clicking on add new pages, and then you can modify the content to suit your need. Comments. All the comments that are sent to your page or to your post will display here. You can either approve, delete, spam it, trash, whatsoever you want to do with each of the comments. you can actually do it. You have control over the comment that comes to your website, so you can, it doesn't just appear there. An administrator will have to approve it, and that's the best practice that you should have concerning this. All right, then we have appearance. Now you'll be working more in appearance. In appearance, that's where you'll be working with the theme that you've selected, like a template, a prototype of how you want your site to look like. Someone has built something that you want to change the content. Take for example, like this site that I showed you earlier, the one we are making. This template is called WordPress. All right, someone has built it already, and all you need to do if you are using this template is that you load it up into your WordPress, and then you change the content. Like this image, you can change the image to be your own image, just like I did here, using my own personal picture. All right, to show you that you can change the images, you can change the text, you can change anything, you can change the color, you can change whatever you want to change on this website. So you can actually do that. So that's the same thing that you'll be doing if you import that same theme to this account, to this WordPress now. Then you can actually change it to suit your own need, and that will be done under appearance. Under appearance, that's where you'll be getting that done. Then based on the theme that is brought in, would determine other options, other sub lists that you have here. All right, so very soon we're going to bring in our theme and then see how some other things will change for us. Okay, so another thing is that we have plugins. Plugins are just features or specific control that perform a specific function. Something like we can refer to as maybe a function in a programming language, like it perform a specific task. All right, is a sub program within the main program. So it will just perform a specific something and then return value or do something. That's what the plugin does. All right, they are for specific things. They handle different things. Like one may handle the area of the clock. All right, one may handle the calendar. Like take for example, in this, like this, there's a plugin that handles this issue of weather. Okay, there's another plugin that handles this gallery. Okay, they perform the functions like that. There's another plugin that will handle this search and many other things like that. So we have plugins for almost everything. All right, so based on whatever you need, you pick plugin, and then I'll be showing you how to bring in plugins and how to upload, how to download and then upload plugin. Okay, then we have another icon here, another function, which is user. And then under user, presently we have only one user. Under user, you can create multiple users so that you can even work as a team. And that's one good thing about this. Like I may not be the only one. If I have a team of maybe 5, I can create about 5 users. I can decide to be working on the homepage, and another person will be working on the, maybe on the about, and someone else will be working. So different people working on different things. And also when we are creating user, we can even create based on the hierarchy. Like for example, I'm the admin here. My role is administrator, which is the highest level. And in some other WordPress or some other teams, you may have a super administrator, which is the highest level, but this is the highest level. If I decide to create another user, I will have to have sign role. For example, let me just click and then you will discover that we have roles here, and then role can be as a contributor, as an author, as an editor, and as administrator. So these are lesser rights than administrator. Okay, each of them have their own function, their own job description in this. They have roles. We have roles, and then you just fill in and then give them password, and they are all members of this team, and then you can have their list there, and they can work together. Okay, so we have another that is called tools. Under the tools, you can have the available tools. You can see them. You can import plugins. You can import a demo data. Like this website that I showed you earlier, this thing have a demo data, so that all this thing is already built with all the pages functional. But one thing is that they use a kind of a dummy text, and then you can now change those texts, change the color, and then modify it to have your own content. All right, so there's a demo data. It's called demo data or demo content or dummy content that you can load up and have all of these things there. All right, so you can have it imported. You can also export. You can export your thing. Maybe after building the site, you can export the thing. Maybe the way you have modified things and all of that, you can export it, and then if you give it to someone to use somewhere else, or you export it to keep it for later use. All right, check the site health and many other things that you can do here. You can also edit the theme file, the plugin file. You can edit them. All right, if you actually know CSS, PHP, maybe HTML, then you understand a little of all of those things, then you can edit some of those things. Okay, then we have settings. All right, under settings, you can decide to, in the general settings, you can talk about the site name can be changed, like the way it was called TownPress. While I was showing, I was using TownPress, and here too I'm using TownPress. So I can decide to change it to WordPress. I can decide to change it to WordPress like this, and I can add a tagline, the word I will be on. I can choose the site icon, but this is not the only place I can choose the site icon, but I can choose it here and then make use of it. As well, I can also go ahead and use the URL, put URL there, and then I can change the email address, change roles, and many other things. I can even change the time zone to whichever I want. All right, then I can just say, okay, let me just change this to Sunday too, and then let's say you discover that this has moved from TownPress to WordPress. All right, I will just leave it at that, and by the time if I reload this, it will change here. It will change to WordPress. Watch WordPress. All right, so that is that about this environment. Now the first thing that I want us to do is to bring in our theme, and don't forget to bring in themes. You go under appearance, and then you click theme. Now under this, since I have a theme downloaded, I will be bringing it in, but I also want to show you the fact that you have many things that you can choose from. Already there are 3 things that are installed already by default when you install your WordPress. Those are 2025, 2024, 2023 based on the year, but they are just something like this, okay, that you can modify to make beautiful. So if you want to add from the ones that we have online, I'm currently online and I want to search for 1 or 2, so I can just go ahead and click add new themes. So it will populate the themes that are available online. Okay, some of them that are available online, and as I keep scrolling, it keeps bringing them up. Like you can say, if this suits my need, I can just go ahead, preview it, or launch it, or install it rather. If this is okay for me, the way it looks, I can just go ahead and install it. I can even go ahead and preview it first before installing. Okay, I think this looks good. Let me just preview. Okay, in preview it, that means this is the way the site will look like. So such, if I install this, that means I have something to write here. You can see the dummy text here that I can easily change to my own listing. Then I can change this image, I can change the image here, change this text, change this to be the logo that I want to use for this website, and then many other things. Increase the number of pages from home and all of that. I can change this, write new content for them, and then anyone that I don't want, I can throw them away and maybe trash it. If I don't want this section, this web part, I can just discard it. If I don't want this, I can just discard it. If I want to change this to the reason why we are good, or why us, you can just change it to whatever you want. Okay, let me just install this so that we see. Then once I install, is installing, then immediately after I finish installing, this blue installing will turn to activate. So anytime you install something, you may not see the effect until you activate it. Alright, this is still installing. It's taking time. It solely depends on the speed of the internet. Okay, so it has been installed. If you check now, if I refresh this, nothing has happened. But let me activate. Once I activate, you will discover that here the thumbnail also changed from what it used to be. It used to be in 2025. Alright, if I check now and I refresh, you discover that this changed to the new WordPress theme that I just installed a while ago, and then I can start modifying this. Alright, I can start modifying this, going to back to this place, and then you discover that earlier under this appearance we only have theme and the file editor, but now we are now having patterns, we are having customize, menu, install plugin there. So also it depends, the things that you see here or on this left navigation pane will solely depends on the theme that you are using and much of functionalities that have been embedded into that theme. Alright, but this is not the theme that I want to use for today. It is this theme, actually, WordPress, and I have it downloaded already. You can search online for free themes, and then you can also buy whichever one. You can go to Envato and then get themes there. Alright, so Envato, they asked me to make a paid advert for them, but I'm just helping you how to see the common places. Alright, the common places that you can get themes. There's Theme Monster, there are many of them out there, so you can pick up the theme. So I'm going to add new theme, but not from the list that are going to be populating here that I'm having here. So I want to upload mine. Alright, so if you look again, you will see that it says upload theme. So I already have a theme on my desktop. Let me check my desktop again. On my desktop, I already have the theme, and then I've opened it up, that is on zip. So looking into it, I'll zip it and I look further. Okay, so these are the things that comes with the theme. You can see the demo data that I've been talking about. If I install this demo data, it means that all the pages that I'm supposed to have in this case will already be loaded like this, just as this one was loaded. And then, but many of the demo data are not included in this page. So if we load the demo data, that means we will be having all the pages like about, maybe portfolio, services, and so many others. So, but this particular one that we are talking about presently has that also. It has it. Okay. So then there is also the child's team, which is of a lesser functionality than the parent team. All right, but it has its own set of plugins. The plugins that have been designed to work optimally with this, that is very compatible with this theme. All right, so we want to say that. Then there's also license, legacy, documentation, all of that you can read and go through. We have list of plugins, but it's the theme that we're going for. So inside this we have the theme, and note that not all themes will have their folder, all these folders. Some will just have about 2 or 3, and then they may not even have this theme folder like this, but they have the theme inside. So if I open up this, I have this WordPress. Let me even open folder. I still have another folder inside, and then let me open this unzip. I still have another, and then unzip. Okay, so the folder that is housing all of these, that is housing the last set of files and folders that will be needed, is the one that I will need to install. Then I will go back one bit, and then if it is open folder like this and you don't have the zip folder like this, you want to go ahead and zip it. How do you do that? You just right click. Okay, I will just do more, then I will just say send compress file, and then compress folder, and I will get this. All right, so this is what I'm going for. All right, so I'm going to navigate till I get to this particular one, the one of WordPress like this. And one of the things is that if you don't want people to know the thing that you are using, but I don't see the reason why you don't want other people to know when they get to inspect. One thing you can do is that you can change the name here. You can change it to something else. All right, and then you'll be fine. But I'm not the one who built the team, so why not let people get to know them? All right, so I will just click download theme, upload theme rather. Then once I click upload theme, here I will have that, just below I will have where I can choose file. So this is actually on my desktop, and then it's WordPress. I'm opening. Okay, theme. Okay, it's inside this. Let me see. Okay, so I'll have to go back one more step, then I'll pick this. I'll just say open, and then I have it here. Then I will just say install. Now watch, it will install. Okay, so now that it's installed, note this, that whenever you install anything, you need to activate. You need to activate. If not, you won't see anything, any functionality. So I'll just click activate. Alright, so it's now active. So this is the thumbnail for WordPress, and you can see the site. You can have a kind of overview of how the site looks like. Beautiful, right? So if I come here and I want to preview the live, or why is it not like this? So this is how it looks like. Now we'll be working on this to become this. All right, just right now. Okay, so now that we have activated this, note something, that I told you that some of these functions are plugins. They are plugins that brought some of these functions that we are seeing here, the gallery, the weather info, and many other things. So, and if you look at this information, it said this team recommend the following plugins. So there are plugin for document, plugin for element, for event, for framework, for gallery, for notices, for people. Then you need to install them. So is there you install them one by one, or you install them as a bulk? So I want to install bulk. I'll just select all, but I don't want to install this first one, which is Virtual Market. I don't want to install it, but all others have one or more things to contribute to the overall look of the website. So I'll just select the bulk action to be installed and then apply. Then you wait. Okay, so we are installing 10 plugins, and then from the 10 plugins, yes, we've installed 10 plugins. So I will just go back to plugin, the install plugin. Note that they are not activated yet, so they are not functional until we activate them. I want to also do bulk activation. This one I don't want it, this one I don't want. Okay, the ones that are installed, I just need to activate them. So I'll just click activate and apply. Okay, so I haven't done this. This is now activated, and one thing that you will notice that is glaring is the fact that the number of controls we have here increased. We don't have, now we have directory, we have document, we have event, gallery. We've had these earlier. Then we now have notices, people, and then okay, that's pretty cool that newly added to, but there are some other things that are included that we may also find out. Now, if I have done this and I refresh, you discover that nothing still happened. Nothing. So how do I get this thing going to form that? Now, let's look at the number of pages we have first. If I look at the number of pages, you discover that we still have these two. But if I don't want to design from beginning, I can easily go back to demo data and then import each of these. The pages, that is about 10 pages, will be included here. The post, the many other things. I can just import the content, and then we may have it like this, and then we just change the content. Like we just change the text and some other things. But that's not what I want to do, because I want to show you that you can actually build this. So I want to start by bringing up a page, the home page. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm just going to click, and I will, okay, I'll just say next, being the first time. Yes. So let me just call this welcome to town price. Then let me just put an hyphen and say welcome. That's just all that I want to do there. And let me just save, publish this. All right, so after publishing this like this, if I go here and I just do this, nothing shows. The reason is because it's still showing the blog side. It's the news alone that is showing. So how do I get it to show that page that I just worked on? So I can just go back like this. Okay, let me just open it on another tab, and then okay, this is the WordPress dashboard. So I will just go to appearance and configure some things. So what do I want to configure? I want to first go to customize and check out some things there. So under the customize, if you look at it, you have series of control, like the site identity will come back there. That's where we'll actually start from. But before we do that, we need to first set the setting of the home page. So the home page is using the latest post. That is, whatever we have in the post area, that's what it will be using. But we don't want it to use the latest post. We want it to use a page that we created, the index page. So you just go to static page, then you select the home page. Look at it. This is the page that I just created, which is welcome to WordPress. Welcome. I'm going to select that. Then the post page should be the news, right? And we don't have the news page yet. Then I'll just leave it like that and then publish. Now if I come to this place now and I refresh, you will discover that it will change. Yes, this is where we have. So we need to start adding other things for you to see. So let's go back to customize and then we'll move back one step. So let's go first to site identity. Site identity, we have site identity as logo, and then we have the site icon. What's the difference between logo and site icon? Site icon is what displays here on your tab, like what you are seeing here. What you are seeing here is a site icon. Site logo is like this, what you are seeing on the website as the logo of the brand. Okay, so you want to go back and then insert that. So I want to bring in the file. Okay, so I already have the images here. Okay, so this is the logo and I will just use it that way. Okay, I will skip the copying, and the same logo is what I want to use for the site icon for this place. So I will just, okay, it's already showing us that, then I'll just stop. Oh, it's showing error. I'll just keep copying. Okay, it's already affected here. And I already said that whenever you uploaded anything, okay, to effect the change, you must publish or activate. Just make sure you activate, publish. If I come to this page now and I refresh, you discover that you are having the logo here and then you are having the site icon here. All right, so we are moving there gradually, okay, one step at a time. All right, so before we come back to menu, let's quickly deal with the header. The header contains images, and you discover that the images are changing. It's like a slideshow. All right, so let's go back and customize that. Now by default, if you want to have just a single image, that means that single image will be static, and then there won't be any animation, there won't be any changing of image, and that's what it means by the single image. Whichever one you upload here now, Okay, let me just bring it this, and then I will select from there. Okay, so for the first image, the default one that I would like to use. Okay, then for other ones, I can just go ahead and select and pick this. Then I can pick the next one. Then I can pick this, and then the last one. And just do this. Okay. So now, how many seconds should this image stay before moving to the next one? Like 10 seconds is okay. What should be the size of the logo? Alright, and on the front page and even on mobile, I think these are good. And I can centralize the image, the logo, like this, or uncheck it so that it can be here. I can enable the login if I want people to log in into this website. All right, I can have that, and I can also disable that. Then this SAT that you are seeing here, you can uncheck it, re-uncheck it, it will disappear from there. If you want it there, you can do that. Then once we have our nav bar, which is the navigation bar, we can make sure that it's sticking to the top of the navigation, that is on the top of the website, or we can make sure that it's scrollable. Whichever one you want, you can do that, but I want to stick it, so I'll just publish this now. Then I just want to preview what I have done. Alright, so this is what I've done so far. Okay, then I want to still go back and then check some other things that I could actually do. Okay, for the footer, I can upload the image for the foot. Also, let me just upload that. I have an image for that. Let me pick that up too. Okay, for the foot, where are you? Okay, I'll use this image. All right. Then okay, the correct here. Okay, there's this icon. I want that move back to the top. There will be an icon here, so that you don't have to be scrolling. You can just click and then go back to the top. Then if I'm done with this, like I'm done now, I can just publish that, then go back and then look at the widget on the left sidebar, like this side. You know, we're supposed to add widget to it. Let me add widget to that. Okay, on the left sidebar, we saw the weather stuff there. Okay, so I'm adding that. Okay, so that's the weather thing coming up there. Then I can add the longitude and the latitude. Okay, so I have one longitude and latitude. Yeah, let me just copy these and present it here. Okay, I have a location, then I can just put this there like this. Okay, so if you go and pick the weather for those for this point, the pinpoint here, go and pick around that point for 3 days. The metrics should be okay. Yes, metrics, unit format metrics. Then the interval should be in okay, every hour. Then Okay, the background picture for this, I think we can choose a background for that also. And if you don't have, you can go and find one. But I already told you that this image are already there in the link that is in the description of this video, so you can use the same image that I'll be using. Alright, you can use that also. Okay, finally you've got to upload that. Not moving, but alright, this is not the only place where I can change it, so I can just go ahead and change it in another place if this is not working for me at the moment. And I will just publish. I'll just publish, then also go back. Okay, that has been added to, but I can still add another one. Let me add another widget. This time it will be a featured gallery. Featured gallery. Okay, so I will just use featured gallery, although there's no gallery yet, so we'll be creating gallery. So I just want to keep that there for now. And then for the about okay, for the home page, there should be words, text here. So I want to bring in text for that place, and let me just copy something and then bring it on. Bring it on a random text. I'll just bring it on there. Okay, so here now I will just go ahead and publish what I have here. And then earlier, you know that this is where I created the home page. So I will just go ahead and refresh this because there are some other changes that have been made. Alright, I just want it effective. Then I will just paste the text here like this. I just paste the text, then set the background to white. Alright, the background of this is white, sorry. Just set the other one to white. Then I just want to go ahead and save it. And if I come here and I refresh, you will discover that we have something like this. Now it's coming up gradually to look like what we have here. It's coming gradually to look like that. You can see now it's coming. Alright, so that's what we'll be doing one after the other. We can even add widget to the right hand side too, and then keep moving that way. Alright, so we have not seen the filter shows, but we'll get there. We'll get there too. We've not added it in it. So I haven't done this. I want to look at some other things that we need to do. Okay, custom sidebar, we can add sidebar, but then standard post, notices, directory, event. Let's look at event. Okay, the settings here. I think the settings is okay. By the time we get to event page and we are adding, if there's something that we dislike about it, we can come back to this setting at any time to adjust one or two things from there. Alright, then adding the icon and then the link, and then need to display at the bottom like this in a kind of a list. Then apart from that, you have languages, but you don't, it's just English. Just you have the miscellaneous that you can also check out. And there's one that I jumped, that's a typography. You can change the font family to whatever you want and the size that you want it. Alright, that's about typography. Okay, so I haven't done this. I just want to, okay, let me publish before moving out of this place to go into some other places to do some other settings that we may not be able to do here. Okay, so under appearances we have widgets. So if you look at this now, the one we had earlier, the town press also featured here, and the featured gallery. So if I want to add more, I can easily pick any of these available widgets and drag it to the place where I want to put it. Take for example the foot widget. Now I can come to this foot. What are the things that I want to give, that I want to do on that foot? Let me add text first. Okay, so text, I can add it to foot. Okay, then okay, so what do I use here? What do I use? Okay, I use featured event, notices, and gallery. Alright, so I'll go back. Featured event, where are you? Okay, and just add it to footer, add widget. Okay, then I know there's gallery there, and then there's notices, so let me just add that too. Notices. You can add anything you want. Okay, and then I want gallery. Okay, so those are the 4 that I make here. Now if I go to this space and I refresh, somehow it's already there. Now because we don't have any text, so we are not seeing text there. Featured events, no event yet. Notices, no notice, and then no gallery. So we'll get to that place in a moment, and then we'll be doing that. So let me go and create some of the galleries and then some of the featured events and notices that we can have, so that we can have things popping up around these areas too, and then also add few text to what we have here. All right, so what I'll just need to do is to go back and then under galleries. Okay, let me first add text to this place. Let me say, just delete this, and then I'll just delete all of this like this. I'll just go ahead and do this. All right, then I'll call it about dollar stays here. All right, about what the site is all about. In this case, town press, but I don't have this one for town press here. I can just use this one for the meantime. And okay, then I'll just click save. If I go back to this place and I refresh, you should see about statistics here. All right, then I'll go back, then go to gallery. Let's do some things in galleries. Okay, so let's add new gallery, and then under the new gallery, what should we call this first one? Okay, in the images, these are galleries. All right, let me start with this Friday Just Night. Okay, I just want to copy the name and then I'll open it up because I'll be coming back there. Okay, so I'll use this, then I'll manage images. Okay, manage images. So the images I want to use are not here, so the images for those for the Just Night. Okay, so I just want to select everything and then bring them to the media library. And once it's uploaded, I can just, so it's not showing. Once it's not showing like that, you just want to refresh. Just say below. That means I have to enter that Friday night Just Night again, then click manage. Okay, so those images are showing up now, and then I'll just select up to this, and then I'll just click save. So the images are added here. So which one most represents the Friday night guest? So I'll just go ahead and pick it up for the featured image, and that is this one. Let me just use this one. I'll just repeat it. So I've replaced it, and I can create categories. I can create category as music. Add new category. I can say add new category. Call it party. Right, I can do that. Okay, and the two of them are checked. I can as well upload them and write description. Maybe let's say relax every Friday night. Alright, so I can just go ahead and do this. And if there are more things to say about the event, then I can say that. Then I will say publish. And if after saving that, if I refresh now, I should have something here Friday night. Okay, Friday Just, and I should have something here. All right. Okay, so that's the way it goes. So I will just do a couple of other ones, then okay, so we already have Friday night. Okay, this is the one that I did earlier that didn't show up. Alright, so I can as well have another one, and this time I want to pick another one. Let me pick Town Rock Festival. Okay, just copy this and open up. Just do this. Create parties, and then I want to add one more. Just want to call it community. And then just party 2, and I can just say publish. for it already. Okay, so I want to upload more, and then this is downtown images. Alright, it's not reflecting as usual, so I'll just go ahead and refresh like this, click manage again, and then I should have them here, okay, up to this point. Then the featured image will be Tuesdays. Then I will just go ahead and place announcement, say something. It is a yearly carnival. Alright, I can just go ahead and change for the first one. I didn't change the background for that, but I can change the background, and I can just go ahead and save. If we save, then below this we should have 2 here. Okay, and this can actually change. Alright, if I go back okay, so let me just go ahead and use this one. I'll just say people, alright, along with mine. Alright, so just go ahead and say people, but it's different from the people that are part of the team. Alright, this is just in the gallery. Alright, let's say postcard of our team members. Alright, and I can change the background to white and compare and call it team. Alright, just say how to connect together, and just say also community, and publish that. And apart from publishing that, I will just go ahead and manage this. Right. And forward. Okay. So not displaying. I will just try it and try like I've been doing. And then click manage gallery image again. And I can just select there. So the way I selected multiple images is by holding shift down, clicking on the first and to the point where I won't stop, that is the initial and the end. Or sometimes you can just, if it is not within a set of array, that you just want to pick the images from different clusters, so you can just go ahead and hold your control button down and then click the different images that you want to bring together to upload. So I'll just bring this off. So with these, I will just refresh so that you can see. Okay, so we have that, and this will actually be changing like that. Alright, so we have done 3 galleries. Okay, that should be enough. You can add more for yourself. Let's quickly go to events and add 1 or 2 events so that we can have event populated for us here. Then after that, we look at notices, and then from there we now deal with the navigation tab that we're supposed to have here, and then also install some other bring in some other features into the home page altogether. Alright, so we'll go back. This time we say we are done with gallery. So let's go and do that of the event. Alright, so I'll just go ahead and click on event. Okay, so we don't have any event. Let's talk about a movie night. Okay, the first event, just click event and say movie or film night. Let's say film night. Film night. Alright. We'll relax with a film, with a movie. A movie, whatever you want to put there, you can go ahead and put it there. You can change the background to whatever you like. You can change the font size also. The typography, you can change it to right here, and then you can pick the date. Okay, so I want to pick the date to be Friday night. Want to have it from 6 p.m. Alright, 6 p.m. to 9:30 or to 9 p.m. the same day on the 14th. Alright, same day, and then we display the another date. Okay, and we're supposed to have a featured image. So what feature image are we going to use? Let's upload that image. If I come to image here, there's something like, okay, this looks like inline. Let me just upload it. Okay, then feature it. Alright, then of your category, event category, you can just say movie night. You can say night. Alright, and the category, and you can say in show. Okay, and do that. You can say that community too. You can say it's community. Okay, because you can have that too, and you can tag. You can raise tag to the. You can tag font. You can tag a person, Laura, for example. You can tag anything that we need to do. that you want to tag, you can just go ahead and tag. Alright, then okay, so we're supposed to have location, and then we've not set any location, so that's the reason why we're not having any location. I think I will need to quickly go and fix that and then come back to this place, but nevertheless I will first upload this, publish it, and if I come here, we should have event here. Okay, so there's an event here ready for us. Okay, then let me quickly go ahead and fix the location. Alright, okay, so okay, I will just use the name of a place, and let's call it National Theatre. Okay. Okay, sorry, National Theatre. Okay. Then if there's any image that is attached to that, if there's a longitude and latitude like I provided earlier, you can do that, but do not show on the map. Okay, then I can go ahead and publish this. Okay, I can have multiple places. That's just the way to add, and then you can give description of how to get to the National Theatre from different places, the address, the phone number that one can reach, fax, the email, the website of that specific place. If the place is having a social media handle, you can also put all of that into this place. Okay, endless pictures. Then if you have multiple views, pictures taken from different angles of that place, just to market the place, that the place, the area view, right angle, close, frame shot, and all of those, you can include that, and you can enable the metadata also. Alright, then I want to go back to events, since we already have one, so we just use the only event center we have here, the only location for every of our event. Alright, so I can just go ahead and edit this, and I should have event location, but if I'm not seeing event location, okay, if I'm not seeing it here, then it should also, I should be able to access that also in widget. Let me just open widget on the new tab. Alright, location, event location, event location, okay, event location right here. Okay, and add that. No, don't let me just put it there. Right, it's supposed to pin on the just remove this. Okay, I'll come back there. Then we can have this. Okay, and then refresh that. Okay, so I need to change this also, the background. Background image. I can put that singular image here. Pick it up right here, and the image for down where there. It is selected. So save it. Loading up. The reason why it's not showing the temperature degrees, the number of the it takes up to 24 hours to sync, but that means you must have gotten your API from open web platform or some other companies that provide this same value. You can go ahead and register with them, and then you get your API. And for the pin longitude and latitude, it will display the weather condition around that place, giving you if it is going to rain and all of that at every hour interval. It's going to be doing that. All right, so I want to go to people now. Then after people, I will just go ahead and do the menu. All right, so people, let me just go ahead and do people. Okay, the first person I want to deal with is Daniel. And just do $. All right, and then we can write something for his profile. Let's just assume that this is his profile, and then we can use a white background, and then we can select a featured image. And what is his role? Let's say is the CEO or the president. As the president, then we can add email addresses. Let's just say ABC at townpress.com. And phone number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. Then we can put the website as townpress.com. And then if there are other things, the icon for the social media and other view, you can actually use that. Alright. Then typically that's pretty hard. Then you can publish. Okay, did I enter the category? Alright, person's category. I will have to do that. Alright, so I will do for another person. Let me call this one Jendo, or yes, Jendo. And then I just quickly do this for, then call the row field, and then call the email address joe@price.com, and number is not this, and the website is the same as this. Then we can pick a picture and then we can easily work on the category. Say appointed or appointment. We can add a new category, say okay, and then we can go ahead and publish it. Alright, so I want to get back to Daniel, then set his own upon his own category. His own category to elected. Alright, and I'll just save. And if we come here now, refresh, see that we can't see what we've done, but it exists. So how do we make sure that we can see it? So we need to go where we have appearance, and then you have menu. Alright, appearance and menu. And when you get there, you want to select the menu, but right now you don't have any menu, so we need to create. So call this main menu. Alright, then we'll create it. So now that we've selected the main menu, so we'll say it's the menu header. Where should, okay, save. I want to check where it should be the location, the main menu. Okay, yes. Alright, so view all. Okay, so under the main menu we have this, and then we can add it to the main menu, so we have it here. Alright, and then we can change it because we want all of this to be what is going to the right, and we can say home. Home. And save that. We can also add a custom link and add it. Custom link and add it, such that if I slash this with galleries, for example, galleries should give me those galleries that were created. And remember that when we created the gallery, we are saying that we want 3 rows, not like the 2 rows that we have in here, but the 2 columns we are having here. So it's 3 columns. Alright, so definitely this link, I can easily copy this and then go and drop it somewhere here and call this galleries. Alright, then I can add it to this name. Okay, I know that we have another one that is called people. So I'll just, the people we created, and then I'll just call it people. Alright, and I will just add it. We have event too, so I can just go ahead and say event, the event for event, whichever, then I will say whichever you get to know, and I'll just add it, right? And if there is a set of blog too, I can just go ahead and add that. This is blog. I don't think we've created any page for blog, but it exists. Okay, so we'll call it blog. And then we can also create for contact. For contact. Contact. And then we can say contact. And then we can add this too. And we can rearrange this on. We can even make it a sub. Alright, and we'll actually be having one that will be a sub, which will be under about, and then we use people as a sub. Okay, so I can save this. Let me come here and then refresh. Okay, so we now have this now. So if I click on galleries, we have this. If I click on people, we have this too that was created. If I click on events, we have the events that was created. Okay, so it should be events. So let me go back to the menu and then add s to it to the events. Save it. And we can now refresh. So I will just go ahead and say events. Okay, so we now have this now, and then blog. We don't have anything there, but we can have. Then contact. We don't have anything there. We can have because we don't work on any of those. But something that I also want people to have access to as they come to the website is the event, having calendar on the right hand side there. So one thing is that I'll still come back to this menu. Event. Is disabled. Okay. I want to believe that that's solved the problem. Okay, so far we've only created an event for 14th, which is the film show. So if we had another event for any other day, we have it here. For example, let's just go back and create one more event. Event let's say marathon. Get fitted. We get fitness. Alright, I just want to change the background. Okay. I want to add new categories. I'll say sport. I can say marathon. I can also tag and say endurance. Alright. Then speed. Sunday, Wednesday. It's 7 in the morning. Then we're getting marathon to 11. Marathon to the cricket. Interviews. Marathon. It is if you look at this now, see that have to, and then if you look at 26 on the calendar, it will sync. Then you now have you have the marathon, you have a dot there, and then you have the program showing you that it has been fixed for that day, or your calendar too have this kind of dot on the 26th. Alright, and then if there is need for you to view more events, you can as well go ahead and view more events. You can as well do that. Very, very important. Alright, so that is that about that, and every other thing you can fix, like you can add another page that handles the blog, and then some other things. But quickly, before I round up here, the same thing that we did for featured events and galleries, so also you can do for, you can do the same for notices, you can do it for documents, and you can do it for any other thing. Alright, you can randomize this. You just need to go back to the widget and then customize whatever you need to customize there. Alright, you can do that. You can add a new page and call it about, like now, about, so that I can show you the level in which you use for the navigation bar. So I can just say we are awesome. I want to assume that I've typed a lot of things there. And I'll just go ahead and publish. Now, after I've published like this, I want a situation whereby okay, so after I publish like this, I want a situation whereby I can just go ahead to where I have menus, and I can add the about to the menu. Now I will just drag because I want it beside home, and then I want people to be under about, like our team, so I can have this and I can just go ahead and save. So if I come to this place where I have the library, discover that we have both, and then once you come to about, now you now have people. Okay, so this is how you get to have your drop down menu. You can have that, and whatever you want to do, want to achieve with this, you can easily achieve it. I believe that this I've shown you so much already and what you can work with, so I trust that from this you will not be lazy to pick it up. Like, one more thing that I would like to do for you is to show you how to import demo data. So we can import all of these because they have been built somewhere, so we can import them. So let me go back to
failure
plugins.
Passageway to success.
I want to add new plugins. Okay, so if you want to add new plugins, you can check the list of plugins that you have online. You can download any of these. Once you understand the work that they're doing, you can download them and use. Like this one is used to edit the post that you have made. Like any of the pages, you want to save in form of HTML. This particular plugin will allow you to save, and you'll be able to edit and save. And there are several others. If I decide to chat here to search for, for example, full commerce, as I'm typing, based on how fast the internet is, it will load up.
To want to do better, to have that internal fire.
Okay, there are so many commerce plugins. Here you have. You can still go ahead and search for any other thing like coming soon. If you don't want to display your site until everything is completely built, you can add coming soon. I remember that there are so many of them like that. Even the one that I like, I've not seen it in this
and I said,
yet.
Wow, that's what a Hall of Famer is.
Alright, I can just type in
Certainly I am not that.
Okay, this
and
is
I doubt it. I would ever have the chance to stand before you today.
There are a lot of great plugins
so
that can actually solve problems and make life easier for you.
That's how you do
the
it.
whole essence of CMS,
like they did.
content management system,
I wanted to stand in
is
front
just to
of my
make
boys
life
and say,
easy for you.
Like your dad,
so
like
that
any
you don't have to code everything. You don't have to code anything.
And at that moment,
just
a voice
bring
came
in
over
controls, functionality, features, and then you have a website.
Look up.
That is the whole essence of WordPress.
Get up.
Alright, just making life
and don't
easy.
ever give up.
for each individual.
You tell
Alright,
everyone
so
or anyone
we can also create posts.
that has
Let me do
ever
that of the
doubted,
post now.
thought they did not
Let me do that
measure
of
up,
the post. So
or
when you
wanted
click
to
on
quit,
post,
you tell
you
them
can add a
to look
title.
up, get up, and don't ever give up.
Let's say football. Let's say the most played sport. Alright, then I can write so much about it. Yes, the football fans are more okay, so it could be anything in the background for the watch. And if you want something different, and as well use that. Then I want a picture where people are playing football. I think I have that image of people playing football. Okay, and let's come up. Then we can hide that. Any other thing? This is cool. And we can pop it. Then we can come to this place. So press like that. Okay. Then load. Nothing is found. So we can now go and pick. Remember that we didn't pick while we are setting up the other time under the home page setting. Nothing was picked, so we can now pick a page for this. And pick a page for this, and we can create a page also to be the page for the post. To be the page for the post. Right then, pick the latest news for this place. Then just go ahead and search for it. Okay, I can start by where's my column? Okay, column. Then pick this. I can now say latest post. Alright, just loading out latest post. And under this, alright, so okay, under this I can just put this like this, and then the author's name, the display page, display picture image, like this for each of them, and the top name should be the last side, and then should be good name. that page has not been linked there, so I will just refresh and then I'll pick up the page once it's refreshed. I will just click post and publish it, and if I come here and refresh, okay, it's using dot is a post rather. Okay, so it should be post. Alright, so we now have the post here right now. Okay, like this. Now, and we can make it create. We can make it to be print also. That function was shown right here. Alright, something like this, and the next one will be like this. Okay, so this one doesn't have picture attached. That's the reason why it's showing that way. Alright, then there's something that I started that I didn't complete. That's the issue of plugin. That's the issue of plugin. Okay, so plugins, admin, then you have all of these. Any of these that you want, you can have them, and you can also upload. Choose a file and then you upload. Alright, like what we have on our desktop, for example. You can pick up any of these and then install. Pick up any of them and install. Alright, so but again, what I want to do is to import the demo data that we have. So how do I do that? If I want to import demo data, I can easily go to tools, then say import. Now when you want to import, it will load up like this. You say among the list is this WordPress that you want to install, but why you want to install, even though you are working on the local server, this plugin is not yet in your 80 folder, 80 doc folder, neither is it anywhere, so you need to download it online. So connect to the internet if you are not connected, and then click install now. Once you finish installing, it will say run importer. Okay, so you have run importer. Then as you run importer, you can choose the file in which you want to run. Alright, so I may want to increase the number of posts. Let me just do the number of posts. Alright, who should be the author of the post? Let's just use the admin, the only person that is there. Alright, that one is done. Can we import another one? Another thing to import. What should we import also? Let's import the contact form too. Okay. Yes. Alright. So now if I reload this, it should have more. Yes, you can see, and they don't have the picture, so I can easily attach the pictures to them. I can easily attach the pictures to them, and if you look at this place now, we've imported content And let's see whether we have something on that contact. Okay, so that needs to be edited, and I remember that I've not changed this. Okay, it's under menu, so I have to go and change it to post. Yeah, so appearance, menu, and this blog should be post. Name, and click save. Alright, so nothing will be there, but if it is post, okay, so we have them there. So all other things that you want to do to style this up, just go ahead and do it. Feel free to explore, and if you have any question, drop it for me in the comment section. If there is any video that you want me to do, please drop it in the comment section. Please, at this time, it will be good to just appreciate the guy who have put this together just by liking the video. You can as well subscribe and then turn on the notification bell so that you'll be alerted when new video drops. Alright, general best practices that you can follow when developing a WordPress website, either on a local server or on a live server. Generally, the number one should be that you gather the materials that you want to use, everything together in a folder, the text, the images, what you have, just gather everything together. And then you can also have them in subfolders, in which some may contain the images that you'll be using, some the videos. Group them. Alright, you can see an example if you go back on the timeline, the video timeline, and you see that, okay, for the galleries, each of them were actually, the pictures are actually gathered together in a folder. So you want to have subfolders also like that, but have overall mental picture of what the website will look like. If possible, you can draw a sketch, the prototype on paper that will guide you, and then you know all you need, and then you gather them together in a folder. Alright, also apart from that, you need to choose a reliable hosting provider. I know couples that are very good, okay, like GoDaddy. I use GoDaddy a lot, and Bluehost is there, and many others like that. Right, choose a reliable one. Those are the reliable ones that I know. There are other ones also, but those two, I know them to be very, very good. Alright, and then in choosing your theme and also the plugins, make sure you choose a lightweight plugin so that your site don't become heavy to load. Alright, choose something that is simple enough, that can showcase what you want, and then at the same time it is lightweight. Okay, then you need to also optimize website performance. Alright, so that and there are many ways you can actually do that for it not to be heavy and lightweight, that I may mention. If there are unused plugins in the folder that you're using in your ATL or on the live server, if there are plugins that you're not using, you want to remove those plugins, you want to delete them, if there are images that at the end of the day you didn't use, or there are any of the materials that you didn't use during the design, and that they're in the folder, either in your local or on a live server, you want to remove those folders, you want to remove those files away from that place, so it helps your site to be optimized. And also you can use plugins that optimize for your website. Okay, it analyzes your website, and then it tells you some of the things that you need to take off, or some of the areas that you need. Maybe there's a particular web pack that is too large and it's not making your website to be user friendly or mobile compatible. Okay, once you look at that, and then maybe some of them might be corrected in the CSS and other things, maybe the div or whatever. So you want to do that. Also, you need to follow the mobile first design principle. That is, have it in mind that you are designing first for mobile. Because a lot of people, because we're in the age of the Internet of Things, and IoT have taken over almost every space, almost every industry. So on the mobile phone, people want to see a lot. People want to do things. They don't have to go to their laptop or to their system anywhere. But as long as they have that tab in their hand, or their laptop or their mobile phone, they just want to actually go online and do one or two things. Okay, so you don't want to limit them to getting to the laptop before they have your website visited. Okay, you want to optimize it, because where people will be viewing your website the most will actually be on the mobile. So it should be mobile friendly. Alright, so that's the first mobile principle that is being talked about. Okay, apart from that, you want to also secure your WordPress. You want to secure your WordPress. Use strong password. Use two-factor authentication to secure your WordPress. It's very, very important that you do that. And also you can install security plugin. Alright, we have security, we have WordPress. You can install that, and make sure that for your live server you have SSL also to provide a level of security also for you, for your site. Then apart from that, another best practice is the use of search engine optimization. So you want to install a plugin. I told you earlier that almost everything you need, that there is a plugin. So you want to install a plugin like Yeast search engine optimization or Rank Math to do search engine optimization for you. Okay, optimize image with auto text. Yes, the auto text, that if the image is not loading up on time, you want to give a caption to that an alternative text that will show what the image is all about. It's part of the best practices for this search engine. And also make sure that you are using clean URL, okay, and then have a proper heading structure, like the heading 1, heading 2, and what you have, so you can actually go ahead and do that. So apart from that, the number 8 that is considered is that you use custom post type and taxonomies. So that's what you want to use. What does that really mean? It means that you avoid overloading your website with unnecessary things, like what I talked about, the plugins that are unused, you remove them. Then also it is possible that you actually use them, but again, overall in your website, how we this is my own personal practice, that I don't use more than 16 plugins. It must not be more than 16 plugins. So none of the sites that I've built for people have more than 16 plugins. So I try as much as possible to look for the theme that best fit into what I want to design, and then bring in the appropriate plugins that will actually answer that. All right. There are times that some of the themes may not have the particular features that I need, and I will just go ahead and bring in plugins. Take for example, there are some themes that doesn't have these slideshow. All right, even though the one we use today have about 5 slideshow that can actually change the pictures on the background. But if I don't want that effect, I want it in form of something like a hero. I want hero text on it, and I want it to display the full picture with some other captions, with sub-headings on there, and then I want some animation effect to occur there. What I will do is that I will use a plugin to bring that, like Smart Slider 3 is a very good one that you can use for that, for the slider. And it is only those ones that are essential, the plugins that are essential, that you want to bring in to your site. It is very, very important that you take note of that. Then also you want to, okay, just as I've said, that you want to minimize the use of plugins. Also, you ensure that you regularly backup. Just make sure you back up your files. Make sure you back up the plugin you use. Sometimes some of these builder plugins may actually maybe stop releasing updates, or they may go out of market, and then they may bring their site down and all of those things. So if you have backed it up, then you can continue to use it. If you don't back it up, then you can lose that plugin and you not find it anywhere online again. It is possible. I've seen situations like that. All right. So I'm just giving you from my own wealth of experience that you can lose a plugin and you can lose it for life if you don't back up. So, because there are companies that may not wish to continue with business, and then just shut down, and then everything is gone. All right. So have it back up so that you can continue to use it. Okay. Then it's also good that you back up into cloud. Maybe you use Google Drive, Dropbox. Just back up, and it's also good that you can back up. It's not out of place if you back up in 2-3 places. Maybe on your own external hard disk drive, and back up in the cloud, and so just do regular backup. Okay. And also you need to enhance users experience. Keep all the navigation intuitive and simple. You don't have to make something complex. People don't have to be thinking before they can use your website. That they have to be thinking, where could this be, or looking for something all around. All right, that would turn people off. So you want to actually go ahead and use simple navigation. All right. Then also use white space effectively, so that you maintain the space in between text and in between paragraph. You keep that consistent. Then apart from that, you want to maintain a color scheme, consistent color scheme. Okay, maintain it. You can change that in your customizer, and then change it to a series of maybe the color that matches the representation of your brand, all right, or the brand that you are designing for. Then another is that you can use a child theme for customization. Why should you do that? You say preventing changes after the theme is updated is also essential. I remember that I had that experience that I used the parent theme somewhere, and there was an update, and that parent theme will no longer serve a purpose, because there's a particular web part that I was using that I wanted on my website, but again, because there's an update, it changes the way the website was arranged. And if I had used the child theme don't really go through that update. So what is done is that you use the child theme to do the customization, and then you build with the parent theme. All right, so that even if the parent theme is updated, the customization of the child theme will still be used. All right, then also you need to test what you've designed across multiple browsers. Ensure it works well on the common ones, the most widely used, the Chrome, the Firefox, Safari, Edge. Make sure you do that. It works well on them. You can use tools like Browser Stack for the testing. Okay. Then apart from that, you want to also implement accessibility standard. Ensure proper contrast ratio of readability, and then also if there is need for keyboard navigation support, you want to also do that. So those are the other compliance and WCAG, right? Then also you want to optimize database performance, clean up old post revisions, and then all these comments. Like immediately we get to the home of the WordPress, I showed you a couple of things and where the comments are that you can approve, you can delete. So make sure you do that on a regular basis. And if you are designing for a company, your client, let them know that there's need for them to always check and then clean it up. Okay, there should be a web administrator that is assigned that task. All right. Then lastly, you need to also monitor the website performance and uptime. Okay, you can use Google Page Speed Insight. You can use GTmetrix for speed analysis, and then whatever the recommendation from there, you can go ahead and implement them and then tweak things, and then you have a good performance for your website. Okay, so set up that monitoring, the uptime monitoring. Tools like Uptime Robots can actually help you also. Okay, so these are the best practices that I try to use whenever I want to design a website using WordPress, either on a local server or on a live server. I go through each of these to do that. And apart from these, the last thing that I want to show you is how to upload the website to a live server. Yes, so what I will do is that I will go ahead and finish up this website that I showed you, finish up, tidy every angle, and then after that I will do a video to show you how to upload to a live server. All right, then but note that what you'll be uploading will be what the folder that you drop in your etc. that folder that you drop in your YouTube, that's what will be uploaded to the live server. Alright, how you get that done? Just stick around. Remember to subscribe, like this video, and if there is anything you didn't understand or you think I'm not making sense there, maybe you want a better explanation, then you can drop a comment for me, and whatever you feel about the video, just put it in the comment section and be nice doing that. Alright, thank you so much. Till next time, bye.